I certainly would always think about the way people were viewing me.
I used to be told that the kinds of things I like to do and the things that I'm interested in are white.
That kind of self-consciousness, it certainly weighs on you.
I'm glad that I've evolved to the place where I can say that whatever we do is black. If we're black and we're doing it, it's black. So move on.
Don't hate me for what I'm about to say.
In terms of being African Canadian,
You don't talk about First Nations.
The spirit of my people has always been one where we overcome obstacles.
You don't act like most black people.
Is there one of us that has not heard that?
What are black people like?
The challenge of black people trying to succeed.
Annoying.
I am most black people.
You speak so well.
Are you telling me I speak well or are you asking me?
I should.
I get that one a lot.
You speak so well.
So do you. I can hear everything you say.
Almost like an expectation that when you speak that it's going to be different, that it's not going to be as articulate as someone else.
Anytime anybody ever says you speak so well or you're so articulate, all I can hear following it is for a black girl.
I feel like if you think people don't speak well, maybe you should listen better.
Oreo.
Delicious cookie.
Milk.
Snaps. Let's go with sweet. Let's go with sweet.
Oreo, the inevitable Oreo jokes.
memories.
Yeah, I think I would have heard that a couple of times in my direction.
They were black people that didn't feel I was black enough.
Why should I have to become an Oreo or assimilate to what you think will be more acceptable?
In other words, if you're just your black self, that's not going to be as acceptable as if you fit more like the mainstream person.
Wondering whether just becoming white would just save me, and then realizing it wouldn't.
It was always the, hey, we're gonna tell a black joke, and then someone would say, oh, Ken Montague's here. And like, oh, Montague, you know, it's not gonna offend you if you say a black joke, right? So when I hear Oreo, I still get the cringe of having to do that sort of, okay, it's all right, go ahead and say the joke kind of thing, because, you know, you wanted to fit in socially.
It's funny. Sometimes I'm readily accepted because white Canada sees a black woman as being non-threatening, and I don't have weave down to I don't have the nails and whatever. So me actually having locks has helped me to be more accepted, because there's this belief that if you have locks, you're more conscious and you're more cultural, so it's easier to get along. And I learned that when I went to school. I went to post-secondary school, and people would gravitate to me based on, oh, you must be down and you must be Black Power sister, because I had the locks, and I found that very interesting. Or they thought I was a lesbian because I had locks. And this is white Canada thinking this.
I'm in human resources, and I remember going to conferences and seminars and being the only black person there. Sometimes I would wonder when I speak up, because if I asked a question, raise my hand, I don't look at myself the way other people do. So sometimes I would wonder, I know what I see when I look out of my eyes looking out this way. I often wonder what people see looking this way, and if they in any way judged my question, my response by what they saw versus what they were hearing.
So I was the guy, of course, that would be going to a rock concert and would, you know, go see a group like, I don't know, a Canadian group like Rush or something, and I'd be the only black guy at the concert, because that was me growing up in high school. And I can remember girls, everybody was white, of course, coming up to me saying, hey, you know, can you get me backstage? And I'm like, I'm not a roadie, I'm a fan. And then guys would come up to me and go, can you get me a joint? Can I buy something from you? And I'm like, I'm not a dealer, I'm a fan. You know, I can remember going with Rob Osborne from Two Black Guys to see Megadeth, and like, you know, there were just no black people there, and we're just like listening to this hardcore rock, and people were just looking at us like more than the band. They were like, who are these two guys that know the lyrics and they're just into it? And I gotta tell you, these experiences are enriching now. At the time you think, what the heck? And now I think, wow, you know, that was really powerful. And that was probably really powerful for the white folks there, you know, that were kind of going like, God. And I didn't mean to be a pioneer, but this is just who I was. It wasn't like, you know, I'd meet black folks at the time and they would say, you're so white. And I'm like, I never thought that. I thought, I'm just who I am. I'm a black guy that grew up listening to as much Megadeth as Bob Marley. So both things are mine, you know? Like, I don't think you can tell me who I am by, making your judgments kind of, and putting them on me. I mean, I just am who I am, and that is a rich amalgam of the places that I grew up in and the experiences that I had.